This is Airrack, aka
the Mafia Leader.
and this is Al, about to give him the greatest gift humanity has yet to see.
Let me explain. See, this guy literally made the largest pizza in the world.
I do love pizza. It's true.
He also created a sauce that can turn anything into pizza. And 1 month ago, we found out that he was coming to town for a big event. What did we do?
Oh, nothing crazy.
We just went on a 30-day mission to create the
best gift that could possibly exist.
Slice of pizza preserved forever.
A single slice of pepperoni pizza with perfectly melted cheese and crispy edges, destined to outlive us all. See, this isn't just food. It's a timeless artifact, preserved forever as a symbol of human greatness. Here's the theory. If we can get a slice of pizza and put it inside something called epoxy, it can stay frozen in time. Forever! Just like mammoths trapped in ice for thousands of years, why not a golden slice of pepperoni pizza from Pizza Hut? The only problem?
We've never worked with epoxy before.
But how hard could it be, right?
Turns out,
It's insanely hard!
it is.
We started by ordering everything we thought we'd need. Molds, epoxy, mixing tools, gloves, masks, and even sandpaper. 3 weeks later, boom, it was time to get started. We decided to work on the balcony because epoxy fumes are toxic. The problem? The balcony was too small, but we had no choice. So let's dive in and make some absolute magic. Shall we? Step 1, get a pizza from Pizza Hut. Pick out the most perfect slice and then turn it into a crazy scientist. The first thing we had to do before moving on to the next step is spray the pizza with acrylic to seal it from all sides and then wait for it to dry. Look at that. Look at those pepperonis. Let's flip our pizza and spray the other side.
How does it look?
The next day we gave the pizza another layer of spray and with the mask on,
I feel like I can do stuff.
I just couldn't help it. Sealing up the slice, call it food science or pizza in epoxy. Yeah, we're playing it smart.
I hope I can disappear.
After that, we double-checked everything with Jimmy just to make sure we don't make any mistakes. And then it was time to start mixing some epoxy. So we prepped the mold and got straight into mixing. Our plan was simple. Pour about 6 layers first, let them partially harden, which we thought would take about 6 hours. Then drop the pizza and top it off with 4 more layers. Why more layers at the bottom? Well, we thought the pizza would sing.
Oh, you guys, swear it's floating.
Of course it didn't.
But that's what we thought at the time.
You have big bubbles.
This process was no joke. We spent hours carefully mixing, dodging bubbles like our lives depended on it. And eventually, after pouring all the layers and applying some heat to get the bubbles out, all that was left to do was wait.
Literally hot. Oh my god, gonna be boiling soon. Sweet heavens, what is this? This is what we're talking about. This is why we're wearing masks.
I think it's fully hardened.
Not fast?
After about 6 hours, the first layers had hardened, but maybe a little too much.
What the hell?
So before placing the pizza, we poured 1 extra layer to play it safe. Then we started pouring the next batch of epoxy on top of the pizza, and that's when disaster struck.
Why is it floating?
The pizza started floating.
Nobody told us that the pizza would float.
Turns out,
Epoxy is denser than pizza.
imagine that.
No matter how much we tried to hold it down, it kept floating back up. And the more we pushed, the more bubbles we ended up creating. And after holding it in place for 2 hours,
Alright, finally it stopped floating.
at that point, all we could do was hope it stayed below the surface and wait for the next day.
Please don't float.
Oh man, this is bro. Remember when I said we double-checked everything with Jimmy to make sure we didn't mess up?
Oh no, bro. I should have mentioned that. My bad. Pizza, or anything light, will float in liquid resin.
Yeah, never trusting that guy again.
We could have put the pizza in the first layer. It will float and harden.
Oh my god. It's literally 4 a.m. in the morning. See you guys in the morning, or
Night.
when we see the pizza next time.
Has been 8 hours.
Oh my god, I still can't see it. Well, it didn't float. What is that?
After 6 more hours.
We have a crack.
What do you...
A big crack from the middle.
Wait, how did this happen?
I want to show them.
Kinda looks good.
This wasn't just a crack.
It was a bubble tunnel that went all the way to the pizza.
And that simply meant the whole thing could break.
I don't know if you can see, but there's a lot of bubbles. It looks like kinda... Look at the sauce here. Look at the oil. It's coming out. It's kind of like drowning, you know? But it freezes. But instead of giving up,
We decided to start over.
I think we're gonna have to make another one. Now we know how. We can make it better.
We don't have epoxy.
We do.
Where?
Yeah, I bought double the amount just in case.
Look at that, baby.
But first, we ordered a new pizza. Placed on PS5, heard the knock, and there she is.
Here you go.
Haha, thank you.
So we still have 4 days.
This time we skipped the acrylic spray, but instead we left the pizza to dry on its own for 1 day. Our plan was simple. We poured 3 layers, placed the pizza immediately, and wait for it to harden before adding more epoxy.
We're just waiting.
This way the pizza wouldn't float, but things still went wrong anyway. See, we waited 2 hours for the layers to start hardening, but the epoxy we had mixed earlier also started to harden
At the same time.
We lost 2 of our batches, which means we need to make more fast. So we spent another 2 hours mixing new epoxy and trying to save the project, but the pizza started floating again.
What do?
We make more epoxy.
Ole, ole, ole.
We stayed there for another 2 hours mixing and pouring until it finally stopped.
Honestly, it looks so good. I feel like we did it. You see the fumes are coming out? The reaction is happening. We did it!
1 a.m. in the
And
morning.
we thought it's gonna be easier than the last one.
It was harder. We're gonna track you down, Airrack. Even the people who brought Airrack to the event, I talked to them. The mafia's here. This has to work. What? What the hell happened to the pizza?
It's cooked.
What? Is it cooked? What?
It's cooked.
What do you mean? It was already cooked.
It's overcooked now.
What do you mean, world? What do you mean, science? I believed in science.
I just wanna say, why?
For some reason, this freaking pizza is cooked. Remember what it looked like yesterday? Why is it all red now? Like, Airrack is not gonna believe us, bro.
He's gonna say like, where is it? Is this a real pizza? And I'm gonna say,
It's a zombie pizza.
it's a zombie.
2 attempts.
2 failures. Honestly, we wanted to give up, but there was no way we were gonna let that happen.
Not for Airrack.
No, sir.
How in the hell there's no oil here, but there is oil here?
Now we've arrived at what I like to call the final phase. We sent both epoxy blocks to a friend who works with marble, putting all our hopes on the first one. If cutting it into a clean rectangle made it look decent, we'd call it a win. The second block?
Still ugly.
While we waited though, we prepped a backup pizza slice, just in case the first block couldn't be saved. This was it, do or die. Oh, and remember when I told you to never trust Jimmy again?
Using a food-grade sealer can help minimize reaction.
What do you mean food grade? What did you say?
I'm sorry if I wasn't clear earlier. Definitely consider using a food-grade sealer.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you again, never trust that guy. So tomorrow is the day we might see Airrack. So, well, we didn't. Not even the day after. But more on that later.
So this, it's a phone case.
Yeah, baby.
So we can put
My head and send it to Airrack. It's very legit, bro. This is mafia stuff. And
Finally, we got the call.
the blocks were ready.
So we have these 2 slices of pizza. 1 and 2. There is a winner.
This one, the first one we made. With all the imperfections and everything, it looks like it's drowning or something, which is an awesome effect it has. It had a crack. We thought it had a crack. Look at this. It was only a bubble on the side. We have sandpaper and we're gonna polish it and everything. What I'm trying to say is the real game begins. We've got sandpaper, polishing tools. We're ready. I spent 6 hours sanding this monster, burning through every piece of sandpaper we had. After that, Sarah spent another 2 hours polishing. By the end, we had it. The Eternity Pizza.
It was heavy.
14 pounds of pure perfection. And you bet we had to pack it up like it was a top secret weapon of mass destruction. Absolutely perfect. After days of grinding, setbacks, and almost losing our minds, there was just one thing left: find him. And with that, the final phase of our plan was officially in motion. Today is the day we might meet Airrack today. Is he gonna take it? We searched everywhere, every street, every corner, every building, and still no sign of Airrack. Nothing. But we knew there was only one person in the world who could find him. Rainbow, the legend, the human GPS, the guy who can literally find anyone anywhere faster than you can blink. I showed him the package, and you came to the right place, he said. With zero hesitation, he told me exactly where Airrack would be. So,
On day 3, it finally happened.
Airrack showed up.
We're doing it. Today is the day.
We followed him backstage after his speech, took him to the lounge, and then this happened.
I mean, now that you say that, I'm hoping that it's pizza.
Fucking slice of pizza. We're in the front pizza Hut.
Are you serious? When he opens it, dude? What?
Literally.
What? What? How did you do this?
Let me get this out.
Wait, can I pick this up?
Yeah.
Bro. Oh my gosh. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is Pizza Hut pizza.
It is.
Promise.
Your favorite.
It's my favorite. You promise it's Pizza Hut.
It is.
I promise. You can check the video.
Thank you, bro. This is insane. How do you do this? It's like a brick.
I don't know, man. I learned from YouTube. I don't
I'm
know.
putting this on my shelf. This is beautiful.
Are you gonna take this?
Do you think they'll let me? Well, if you let me, can I actually have this?
I wanted to give it to you.
Oh yeah, no, this is going home with me. This is going on the shelf. Thank you, dude. No, this is awesome. This is crazy.
Ah, you take it with the case.
For real?
Sure, man.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's a nice case.
It's a mafia case.
Dude, that is crazy. It's so clean. How do you do that?
It's so hard to make, and like.
You like this?
Actually, we were trying to avoid the bubbles and stuff, but it makes it like a kind of.
No, I actually like it, bro. Actually, I think it's gonna be sick. Just put it on a shelf like that. No, this is tight. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you. That's nuts, bro. I do love pizza. It's true.
Yeah. And it's a mafia case.
That's crazy. Crazy. Thank you.
Okay,
I
so
feel like now I have two suitcases. You didn't expect me to have one already.
you got a hug. I have to get a hug.
Oh yeah, bring it.
Airrack's reaction was priceless, and we were so lucky to be able to do all of this on his birthday. Happy birthday, boss. But the best part?
He's officially our subscriber number 570.
You have no idea how much that means to us. It's not just a click, it's validation. It's everything we've worked for. Did you notice? His tie is the exact same color as my shirt. Coincidence? I think not.
570. 570.
570. Loading, loading, strike with the lyrics like I'm bowling, bowling.